Good morning, directors. I now call to order the joint meeting of the San Joaquin Hills Transportation Corridor Agency and the Foothill Eastern Transportation Corridor Agency. We'll begin with the invocation led by Vice Chair Janine Heft and the Pledge of Allegiance by Director Bilodeau.
Good morning, everyone. I think it's really nice that we stand. I know in my own city I'm trying to, if we are honoring our country, we want to honor God, we stand before God as well. So if you bow your heads with me. Lord, we come before you today and ask you for your guidance in helping us make wise decisions as Toll Roads Board of Directors. Thank you for giving us as leaders an opportunity to serve our communities. I pray protection for the drivers on our toll roads and drivers everywhere as the roadways of Orange County keep changing with the increasing traffic demand. Thank you for all the blessings you give us, and may we always keep you in the center of our lives, knowing you will guide the way. In your precious name, amen.
Amen.
Place your hand over your heart and say with me, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. We'll go on to the call the roll, please, Madam Clerk.
Chair O'Neill,
Here.
Vice Chair Heft,
Here.
Director Connors, Director Hurt, Alternate Jennings, Alternate Stevens, Director Federico, Director Aitken, Director Beal, Director Bilodeau, Director Chafee, Director Frost, Director Haney, Director Lombard, Director Voits, Chair Taylor,
Here.
Vice Chair Kelly, Alternate Anas, Director Khan, Director Penaloza,
Present.
Director Wagner, Alternate Joe. Mr. Chair, we have quorum on both boards.
Thank you. And now, do we have any public comments?
There are no public commenters.
Okay, seeing that, we'll move on to, I'd like to first let people know, our directors know that we have this new request to speak. If you use that, it'll show up over here on a screen here. That'll put everybody in order as when you logged in for your request to speak. So if anybody has any issues with that, we'll take our time. And now we'll go on to the special calendar. For a special calendar item, we have the San Joaquin Hills outgoing board member recognition. And today we will be recognizing our outgoing chair, Will O'Neill. We'll also be recognizing any additional outgoing board members in a meeting in January. So at this time, I'd like to turn over to the San Joaquin Hills Vice Chair Heft, who will say a few words.
Thank you, Chair Taylor. Well, Will, as your vice chair, I've had the honor of presenting you with this resolution that commemorates your outstanding service on the San Joaquin Hills Transportation Corridor Agency Board of Directors. As many of you know, Will joined TCA in 2019 and quickly assumed many leadership roles, including chair and vice chair of the board, as well as a representative from Newport Beach. We've been fortunate that he's been willing to offer so much of his time to the betterment of the agency. So if you will all indulge me for a moment, I'd like to rattle off a couple of sizable committees that he has been serving on, which include the Joint Finance and Investment Committee, serving the entire time he was on the board, and also served as both vice chair and chair of this committee. The Joint Strategic Planning Committee, the Joint Toll Operations Committee, the Joint Environmental Committee, and the Joint External Affairs Committee, as well as numerous ad hoc committees, which include the Joint Vision Planning Ad hoc, the Joint Contracts Ad hoc. Do you have time for anything else? The Joint Legal Services Procurement Ad hoc, and finally, the CEO Recruitment Ad hoc, which he chaired. So we're very pleased that he's been able to dedicate all this time, and I'm, for one, very grateful to the time that he has also dedicated to us in terms of his prowess as an attorney in protecting this agency. Will is leaving behind a legacy of hard work and multiple accomplishments. He's been a champion of our early bond paydown efforts for both agencies, resulting in the collective debt reduction of $1.275 billion since 2019. And under Will's leadership, these debt management strategies have enhanced the agency's financial position, setting the stage for future debt reductions of $980 million, saving $860 million in interest, which will collectively reduce the agency's overall debt by $3.1 billion by 2030. I know I speak for all my colleagues on both boards when I say, thank you for your dedication that has substantially enhanced the agency's financial position. Now, what I'd like to do is read a portion of this resolution. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the boards of directors of the San Joaquin Hills and Foothill Eastern Transportation Corridor agencies do hereby commend and thank Will O'Neill for his commitment to the toll roads, financial stewardship, regional mobility, and public service to the city of Newport Beach and the people of Orange County.
Yeah, so you might, we can do that at the end of the meeting, if that's okay, with the pictures and whatnot. I'm way more used to giving the proclamations than receiving them, so I appreciate that. Two quick things. One, I love efficient meetings, so if you have anything to say it to me afterward. We don't need to discuss too much here, but I just wanted to say a couple things, because the reason we're doing it this month instead of January is because next year will be my last year on this Newport Beach City Council, and I'd really like to have a good continuity for the city of Newport. And so we're going to be, I'm going to be having my alternate Robin Grant take my spot. So please treat her with respect. She's great. So this will be my last meeting, and so a couple things just wanted to say. Really been fortunate over the last number of years to be serving with all of you, and so this has been a real honor because I've gotten to learn a lot from all of you, and so I really appreciate the humble leadership that you all have in your cities, at the county, and then here as well. So thank you. We've also seen a lot of change in the last couple of years, in particular in our staff leadership, and so a couple people that I'd really like to thank, especially for sticking around, are Valerie McFall and Amy Potter. I really appreciate that the last 2 years I've been able to serve with you, and that your leadership has led to a lot of this, that the accomplishments that were just listed are not mine, they're ours, and so I just wanted to say thank you. Ryan, really looking forward to seeing your leadership on this one. That was a long search, and we got to the right person, and so I'm really excited to see you grow in the spot and continue to serve the entire regional mobility here in Orange County and beyond. And then, honestly, the thing that I'm going to look back on most proudly has been the debt reduction, and so just really excited about that. That's been something that I know we get to all talk about in our cities, and if you haven't already, I hope you will, because that's the mark of when a lot of us all get together and work through on the good governance side. This is it's a real big accomplishment. So again, I want to say thank you. This has been a real pleasure serving. And then let's move on to the next item. This is just weird. So
Not so
thank
quick,
you.
not so quick there, Chair O'Neill. We also have this beautiful crystal for you as well,
Awesome.
to put on your shelf with all your other trophies.
Awesome. Look at that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I just want to thank Will for his leadership and his intelligence on this board. It's been incredible working alongside you, and I can't thank you enough, and I look forward to seeing the great things you do in the future.
Awesome.
And with that,
Thank you.
we will move on to the next item.
No. I think.
No.
thank you.
There you go. You have to put in the request to clap item there, Director Voights. No, that's well received. Okay, we'll go on to the San Joaquin Hills consent calendar, items 2 through 4 and number 6. Do any directors wish to pull any of those items? Or, use the request to speak in front of you? And seeing none, do I have a motion and a second? Okay, Director Connors.
Heft
made a
will
motion,
second.
And Vice Chair Heft, the second. All those in favor on San Joaquin Hills?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that is unanimous. And now we'll go to Foothill Eastern consent calendar. Items number 2, 3, 5, and 6. Any directors wish to pull or discuss any of those items?
I'll move those items, please. Thank you.
I'll second.
Moved by Director Voigt and seconded by
Penaloza.
Director Penaloza. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Also unanimous. Okay, now we'll move on to our board business items 7 and 8. We'll now have, our first item now will be the, item number 7, the Irvine Police Department License Agreement Authorization. This is a Foothill Eastern only item. And we'll have a presentation by Mr. Vinny Valdez. Good morning.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Chair Taylor.
Oh, excuse me.
Chair Taylor, I'm sorry, I had my request to
Oh,
speak.
I'm so
I
very
will
sorry.
recuse myself from discussion and vote on this item.
Okay. Thank you, Director Khan.
All right. Well, good morning, honorable directors. Vinny Valdez, Chief Toll Operations Officer, and as Chair Taylor noted, this is a Foothill Eastern only item. It is a request to authorize the CEO to execute a license agreement with Irvine Police Department, contract number K001505, authorizing their use of the Tomato Springs North Toll Plaza to conduct motorcycle training. At the end of this brief presentation, I'll ask the Foothill Eastern Board to approve this item. Okay, some background. In May of this year, Irvine PD requested the occasional use of the Tomato Springs North Toll Plaza so they could conduct periodic training of motorcycle officers. Irvine PD explained that they had lost access to their previous training facility at Irvine Gray Park due to construction there. As explained to us, there are 2 parts of their training. The first part is quarterly training for Irvine PD's own motorcycle officers. And then part 2 is Irvine PD operates a motor school to train officers from other jurisdictions, and they do periodic training for them as well. Senior training officers Schaefer and Ayers are here with us today in case anyone has any questions regarding their training. So as to the request, staff reviewed their request and made an initial determination that Irvine PD's use of the toll plaza would be acceptable, could be acceptable if Irvine PD was willing to agree to some terms and conditions regarding use of that toll plaza, and that there were no negative, undue negative impacts associated with their training, with their training, excuse me. We consulted with Caltrans and with TCA's insurance broker, and then worked with legal counsel to draft a license agreement that was given to Irvine PD. Key highlights of the license agreement, a copy of which is attached to our staff report. It's a 1-year initial term with no fees being charged. It authorizes Irvine PD to use the Tomato Springs North Toll Plaza for its quarterly training. So that's part 1 of their training. The agreement includes the ground rules, the insurance and indemnification requirements so that TCA is protected. Note that it does not authorize the motor school training, the part 2, but that can be added by future amendment once we've confirmed, again, no undue impacts associated with that training. All right, so this again is a Foothill Eastern only item, and the recommendation is as follows. Approve Irvine Police Department License Agreement, Contract K001505 with the City of Irvine, and authorize the CEO to execute the agreement on behalf of the agency. And then number two, delegate to the CEO the authority to approve and execute amendments to the license agreement for the purpose of permitting Irvine PD to conduct motor school training on terms that the CEO deems appropriate and reasonable. That concludes my presentation, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Valdez. We have a question from Director Voigt.
Yeah. As chair of the Toll Ops Committee, thank you, Vinny, for your hard work. And as someone that works in the County of Orange and is in Irvine a lot, Chief Kent is very excited about the opportunity. And in Toll Ops, we discussed, maybe the negativity, the positive aspect of the Irvine PD being out at Tomato Springs. Obviously, anytime we have law enforcement officers, law enforcement vehicles along our toll road is a good thing. It slows down traffic just for the sight of it. And we talked about Tomato Springs and the view that the public would have driving by Tomato Springs. And there would be some viewing along the edges, but it's kind of a deep plaza. So most of the training will be farther back, but there will be PD motor officers out there. And I think that this is just an enhancement of our toll roads, good use of our things. All of us here, we value our law enforcement, and the safety, the skill, the training that they have actually allows them to do their jobs better and puts them less at risk. And so this is a great, great opportunity for TCA to once again be a leader, not only in mobility, but in safety for our law enforcement. So I'd like to say thank you, Vinny, for our hard work, and thank you, Ryan, for allowing this to come forward. And I want to say that we wish Irvine PD Godspeed. Thank you for your service, and I'd like to move the item.
Okay, any other, we have a second from Director Wagner and a motion by Director Voigt. Any other questions or comments?
I think I have.
Are you there?
Speaker request received. I
Oh.
did. It says here, speaker request received.
Now you're there, Director Wagner.
It didn't mean speaker request received.
Maybe we'll go back
when
to
it
the
said
green
that.
flags. What do you think?
It's my, yeah, well, I broke those. Let's hope I don't break this. Real quick, no problem with the item, so I seconded it, but I want to dig down a little bit on the issue of this being a pilot program. I assume when you say that, you're looking at other agencies, because most likely Irvine PD uses it for a period, and if they ever get the Great Park built out, can move back there or a site there. What are we doing to market, what are we doing to study whether the pilot is successful or not? What would that look like? And then how would, assuming it's successful, and I actually assume it will be, would we then go market this to other law enforcement agencies as a potential opportunity?
Thank you for the question, Director Wagner. Yes, absolutely. We'd like to, well, starting with the strategic plan, right? If I start there in my answer, the strategic plan has a goal in it to explore different potential reuses for toll plaza space. So when Irvine PD made their request, we saw an opportunity there to do just that. We don't know. We think that the training activity itself will not present any undue distractions or hazards or have negative impacts. But if we do identify it, we'll work with Irvine PD to go ahead and try and mitigate those as best we can. But the reason we're viewing this as a pilot is to do exactly that, to keep an eye on or to try this approach out and make sure that it's successful and not a distraction. So that being said, we'll work on if the board approves this item, we'll go ahead and we'll establish evaluation criteria, right, to objectively determine whether the pilot was a success or not. And then as we determine that that is a success and the board direction continues to be to promote this, we'll go and potentially broaden our approach, reach out to other agencies, tell them about what we're doing, and see if there's any further interest by other agencies.
So you don't yet have the metrics for success or failure laid out?
We will have them, yes. I mean,
So you don't yet have the metrics for success or failure laid out?
Correct.
Okay. Why would you, perhaps this is premature?
No, it's a pilot, right?
But you don't have, it's a pilot testing something, and you don't have the something to determine success or failure laid out yet.
So
you're asking us to do something.
In the broadest of strokes, right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure no impact, right? So that's an
Okay.
evaluation criteria right there. No negative impacts. Number 2, no distractions. Number 3, that there aren't any material costs. Remember, we're not charging a fee director here, so we want to make sure that we don't incur any significant costs in allowing Irvine PD to use the facility.
Well, I would urge you to get those metrics put in place pretty quickly so that we have them there when this process starts, so that we can evaluate the entire process as opposed to.
Absolutely,
the last.
absolutely, that's the intent.
Which is why I
Put
think
together
perhaps,
the- Yep.
perhaps it was premature without having that set up, but it is what it is, it's here. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Wagner. Any other questions or comments from my colleagues? Okay, we have a motion and a second for Foothill only. All those in favor? Aye? Aye. Any opposition?
Abstain.
And one abstention for Director Khan. Thank you. Okay, you're good to go.
All right.
And thank you to the Irvine Police Department and good luck out there. Okay, we'll move on to the next item, item number 8, San Bernardino County Transportation Authority Cooperative Agreement Amendment Authorization. This item will also be presented by Mr. Valdez. So,
Awesome.
Go
Thank
for
you,
it.
Chair Taylor.
Yep.
All right, so this next item is a request to authorize the CEO to execute Amendment 1 to the San Bernardino County Transportation Authority, or SBCTA, cooperative agreement. At the end of this also brief presentation, I will ask both boards to approve this item. All right, so some background here. In April of 2018, the agency signed a cooperative agreement with SBCTA, under which TCA provides back office services to SBCTA, and in turn, SBCTA pays TCA a fee for that service. Presently, SBCTA has their I-10 express lanes under construction, with a grand opening planned for the March to April 2024 timeframe. Staff has been working with SBCTA staff on implementing this agreement. We've been working with them to determine their operational and system requirements. And then while they are working on implementing and building their I-10 express lanes, we're working in getting our back office and back office system ready to handle their transactions, their volumes. And then while working with SBCTA on implementing the agreement, we identified some changes that are needed to the co-op agreement. Attached to the staff report are clean and redlined copies of the amended co-op agreement. Taken together, these changes update the agreement, bring it up to date. It was originally signed in 2018, so these changes in sum bring the agreement up to date. A summary of the changes. In the definitions section and throughout the document, terms were updated to make and clarified to make their meanings clear to both staffs, our staff and SBCTA staff. And then the cost model in Exhibit A was updated with fiscal year 23 actual costs and fiscal year 24 projections, bringing the agreement in line with our current year budget. A provision was added to that both SBCTA and TCA, both parties maintain agreement-related records for 3 years after SBCTA's final payment. And then lastly, based on agreement between SBCTA and RCTC, Riverside County Transportation Commission, or RCTC, RCTC was added as a third-party beneficiary and signatory to the co-op agreement. Why is that? It's related to an existing stretch of I-15 express lanes that you can see there in the bottom right portion of the picture, the light blue corner there. That stretch of the I-15 express lanes exists today and is operated by RCTC. But when SBCTA builds their portion of the I-15 express lanes and goes live with it, SBCTA will take over operation of that segment that is within Riverside County. SBCTA will operate it, and with that, transfer revenue from it to RCTC. So the added language reflects that obligation by SBCTA to transfer that money to RCTC. This item was also reviewed by the Joint Toll Operations Committee at its November 15th meeting and was unanimously approved. The recommendation to both boards is the same. Authorize the CEO to execute Amendment 1 to the SBCTA Cooperative Agreement, contract number K00121238. That concludes my presentation, and again, be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Valdez, and we do have a few people in the queue here. We'll start with Director Chafee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, I don't think you're on.
Hidden behind that, okay. Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. No, I support cooperation where we can do that, so I think it's a good that we're doing this and working with them. But looking at the agreement, while there are so many new acronyms that I won't remember, but one did tweak my curiosity, and it's called the California Toll Operators Committee, or CTOC. So I was wondering what role that has with TCA. Are we part of that, have membership? What does that do for us, or what does it do to us, would be another way of putting it. It's a question, so.
Sure. So California CTOC, California Toll Operators Committee, or CTOC, it's an organization of the 13 agencies in California that toll. Caltrans is also a member of CTOC, so there's 14 members altogether. And the CTOC, there's an executive committee, a technical committee, and we all get together periodically to discuss issues of common interest. Toll agency interoperability within California, for example, technical issues that affect all agencies. We come together and use that as a forum to discuss those kinds of common issues and also to pursue needed legislation.
Does this meet regularly and we have membership
Oh, absolutely. We're very
that
active.
leads the way, or are we just sort of listening?
No, it's very much interactive conversation amongst all the participating toll agencies.
That's great. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you.
And thank you. Now, Director Connors.
Thank you. Regarding the costs that are being charged, are these calculated to be an absolute wash and that we're charging exactly what it costs us? Because it seems to me that this organization has invested in the technology and the processes to become an industry leader in this kind of technology. And clearly, it's cheaper for Riverside to come to us instead of to build their own. And if we added a penny per transaction or something, it would help us recoup our development costs and offset our processing costs and allow us to use those funds for other goals of the agency, such as the new 91 interchange. So the question is, how did you calculate the fees that are going to be charged to Riverside for us per transaction?
Okay, so the way we calculated the fees that would be charged to SBCTA was started by looking at all of our costs. What costs would we incur, right, in handling this work for SBCTA? And then the fees that get charged incorporate those recovering our costs, those additional costs, and there's additional revenue for us. So our revenue is in excess of our incremental costs, and TCA financially benefits from this partnership. Yep.
Okay, thank you. And Director Voice, did you have a question or comment?
I do. Once again, thank you, Vinny. This actually went through our toll ops committee. We had much discussion on this, and TCA has been an industry leader, whether it be the logo, the fast track, the wildlife fencing along the 241. It actually is expanded our notoriety and our respect out there. And so I think that the multi-agency aspect of this helps us because we're working with the multi-agency trying to get the 24191, which is actually out there in that direction. And this has been a good thing. The research that we've done in analyzing this through our committee and staff is actually asked many difficult questions and actually enhanced us taking a deeper look at toll ops and charging. And so I'm wondering, with this going forward, do we expect any other agencies that might be looking at maybe partnering with us and using our expertise at this and using our knowledge to go forward with this? And have there been any conversations that have been out there?
Thank you for the question, Director. Yes, the intent is that this partnership with SBCTA is successful and serves as a model for other agencies to look at, which in turn could lead to additional cost savings for TCA through additional partnerships. To answer your the last part of your question, yes, we have had informal conversations with other agencies. SANDAG comes to mind, about the SBCTA partnership and how it is structured to be a win-win.
So, directors, this actually is a win-win for us because the fact is the knowledge that we're getting as we expand our system is actually allowing our staff to take a deeper dive into these operations. And so, and then our stature in the mobility arena, working with other agencies is just helping us get our agreement with the 24191, hopefully. So thank you, Vinny, and I'll leave it open for other questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair Heft.
Thank you, Chair Taylor. Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Valdez. I wanted to just piggyback on what Supervisor Chafee said when he was talking about CTOC One of the questions that I was thinking about was in terms of strategy. Do the various agencies get together to make sure that we're protecting ourselves against some of the things coming down from Sacramento in terms of some of the bills that would hurt the different tolling agencies? Is that an additional purpose?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, CTOC has a legislative committee where all the the agency's legislative reps do exactly what you're saying. Yes.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
I'd like to move the item.
Okay, for Foothill.
I'll
second.
So we have a motion by Director Voits and a second by Director Penaloza for the Foothill Eastern. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposition? None? Seeing none, that's unanimous. And let's go to San Joaquin Hills. Do we have a motion and a second?
I'll second.
We have Director Haney. Moved? Or, I'm sorry, Director Chafee, did you move that?
We were laughing about the way that played out.
Yeah, I kind of went backwards there. Either way, we can flip. Okay. So we have Director Chafee made the motion and Director Connors a second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Seeing none, that's also unanimous. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Now, Madam Clerk, is there any other public comments?
There are no public comments.
Okay. Without hearing any of public comments, we'll now go to the Chief Executive Officer's report.
Thank you, Chair Taylor. 2 weeks ago, I had another CEO meeting with OCTA and RCTC specifically regarding the 24191 Express Lane Connector project. The discussion centered around engagement and partnering, agenda setting for our executive working group meeting scheduled to occur on January 3rd, and consistency with prior approved term sheets and priorities going forward for the teams to work through. It was a productive meeting. I will tell you, I'm looking forward to more robust engagement come the turn of the new year, where our teams are getting together, rolling up our sleeves, and working through some of the continued challenges we've had on the project. 241 paving project. The paving work on the 241 at Loma Ridge has been completed. Crews are remobilizing next week at Windy Ridge to perform pavement work at that location as long as temperatures cooperate with us. The work will require full closure of the northbound 241, that's Sunday, December 17th, and Monday, December 18th, and southbound 241 on Tuesday, December 19th through Thursday, December 21st at Windy Ridge between the 261 and the 91 freeway. A public outreach plan is created, and we are working with Caltrans to work that plan. I want to take the opportunity to highlight the great work that TCA and all of you have done over the last 12-month period. 2023 has been a very productive year for TCA. There's been a lot of heavy lifting done, a lot of milestones that have been achieved. So we put together, the team worked pretty hard putting together a quick video to share with you today during my CEO remarks. So now would be that opportunity if we can cue the video.
2023 has been marked by celebrated milestones, new leadership, and meaningful connection.
This year, TCA welcomed new board members, a new CEO, and executive team staff.
The next chapter of leadership brings new perspectives and experience that will build upon TCA's foundation while driving towards a better tomorrow. As we head into the new year, let's take a look back at some of our most notable achievements. In January, the boards of directors approved an open market bond buyback program. This move helped the agencies accomplish the early paydown of over $150 million in bond principal and saved $150 million in interest.
As an indication of TCA's financial strength, this year, both Fitch Ratings and Moody's Credit Ratings upgraded the Foothill Eastern Transportation Corridor Agency's bonds. In addition, Standard & Poor's affirmed its A and A- ratings for the agency's senior lien and junior lien bonds. The agency's rating upgrades and strong financial approach positions us to fund capital improvement projects without incurring any new debt.
With the adoption of this year's capital improvement plan in June, we reaffirmed our commitment to address future roadway enhancements. These improvements help us keep pace with changing traffic conditions to meet the needs of drivers in Southern California. Planning efforts continued throughout the year for the 241-91 Express Connector, a project that will ultimately provide a direct connection between the 241 toll road and 91 express lanes.
It is a complex, multi-agency effort that will deliver meaningful improvements to this heavily traveled area.
Over the summer, TCA completed the installation of 80 new channelizers on the northbound 241 connector to the 91.
This fall, Caltrans, in coordination with TCA, began paving work to address the uneven roadway on the 241 through Loma Ridge. When complete, motorists will encounter a smoother ride on this stretch of the road. Our toll operations team shined this year with our customer-centric approach. They fielded over 2 million calls and achieved a 4.5 out of 5 satisfaction rating. The team consistently provides customers with increased convenience and high-quality service. In October, the toll road's back office system was upgraded to enhance customer experience utilizing the latest toll processing technology. This upgrade allows TCA to provide support services for other agencies, such as the cooperative agreement with the San Bernardino County Transportation Authority.
For more than a quarter century, TCA's environmental initiatives have preserved scenic beauty and healthy ecosystems while building sustainable transportation solutions. This year, TCA is completing its final year of the award-winning 3-year pilot program where cattle graze the land at our 23-acre Live Oak Plaza conservation area. We also relaunched Fossils in Your Backyard, the community-based educational program which allows children to get a hands-on paleontology lesson with a professional scientist. By being out in the community, we gather valuable feedback, which in turn helps us better serve our customers. This year, our team has engaged over 180,000 community members at 41 events. We also gave 85 presentations to local chambers of commerce throughout the region. TCA has spent decades cultivating meaningful partnerships, both locally and globally, that advance the shared goals of our community. This year, we hosted different tolling agencies from around the world to share information, experiences, and best practices. We also collaborated with our local partner agencies to identify, plan, and implement projects that increase mobility throughout the region. Partnerships are key in working together for mobility choices when it matters the most. We are driving forward to a better tomorrow thanks to our long history of visionary leadership, dedication to improving mobility, and commitment to innovation. We thank the millions of drivers who use the toll roads every year and wish you safe travels ahead.
Thank you for indulging me to play the video. We will have the video posted online shortly, along with our 2023 accomplishments document for the public to see and to peruse through. I'm very happy to put that up on the web. Last thing, I would like to wish all of you a very safe and joyful holiday season, and wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mr. Chamberlain. And we have to do a little housekeeping. On the last item, number 8, we had a motion by Director Chafee. Unfortunately, you're not on the San Joaquin Hills agency, so I apologize. We took that in reverse. And so we're gonna, we have Director Connors. Would you be the maker of that motion for the San Joaquin Hills?
I'll be pleased to be the maker of the motion.
Okay.
I'll
and then-
second.
And a second from
Director
Director Khan. Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, again, it's unanimous, and thank you very much for that. And now we'll go on to chair comments. Chair O'Neill.
Sure. So I love efficient meetings, and our lunch doesn't start for an hour. So I take it back. If you want to say nice things about, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll take a whole hour for that.
Kidding. So the last meeting I mentioned during our board chair reports that we'd be having an outside council contract review ad hoc. San Joaquin Hills Board will be represented by Vice Chair Heft and Directors Otto and Federico. Foothill Eastern Board will be represented by Vice Chair Kelly and Directors Beal and Penaloza. So thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you. And then finally, I'd just like to say thank you to all my colleagues here on this, all the directors, and all the great work we did in 2023. This has been a great year, and just happy holidays. And I just want to say goodbye and thank you again to Chair O'Neill. I appreciate his mentorship here at this chairmanship, and he's done incredible work that'll be felt for years to come. So with that, I will now adjourn this meeting to Thursday, January 11th, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna do